So right now I'm going to go over a few of our favorites that are in our house. I'm going to start off with what we use a lot with our educational and supplements. These are our wrap-ups. We have currently the addition, the subtraction, and states with capitals. There's also fractions and fractions and division that we will get to when we get to that part in our learning. Next we have is our newest one. It is a new title for 2016. Is Coding for Beginning Using Scratch. This my son actually loves. He is using it daily as part of his schoolwork, his choice. And it goes through step by step how to create games, animations, and learning how to do any type of coding using Scratch, which is a free website with MIT. Then we have our quiz tin that comes in a metal tin. It has a dry erase board, answer keys, and these really cool illustrated cards. They're double-sided. We've just sat at home with the family, reading the questions, learning as we go. Some we already know. It's a really cute, cool, fun little challenge for the whole family. And it just goes back together like that. Then my daughter loves the sticker books. She works with counting. You could see she's ripped a page here. This is all hers. She gets to add the stickers once she's counted, the animals, and there's little award stickers also. Now, whose kid doesn't have tons of questions? The Story of Invention. This is a really cool one. In the back of it, it does have a glossary and index and also a timeline. It's really awesome. Another new title and favorite is The Big Book of the Body. What's so cool about this, they're learning, and also just the illustrations are amazing. They open up to some very large poster size pages. Try to get the whole shot there for you. You've got taking a breath, what it does, the heart, the blood vessels, and then what happens when you eat, where it goes, how it goes, what happens. You've got information about your senses inside your head. And just some cool facts. A lot of you have known about our Shine a Light series. Here is a new title that's also a favorite, is on the space station. And you've seen how it works in a previous video that I've shown tonight. You'll see that when you shine the light through. I won't go too much into that one. And then we have See Inside and Lift the Flaps. These are very cool. Kids are getting a little bit information when they lift the flaps up. This one is another coding book that my son loves. And then See Inside the Universe. I mean, there's so many flaps. There's flaps inside flaps. So much information. I think here's one that's got a flap inside flap, I believe. And then it opens up again. So cool. Now, our science curriculums and books are on a evolution-based theory. If you don't believe in that, it's a great opportunity to discuss other theories with your kids, or you could skip that section altogether. And our history book, this is an older edition, but we have a newer edition. It's got all the same content, same pages on page numbers and information, just a different cover. A little bit different title too, but it's still the Encyclopedia of World History currently. And this we love. We use this with our history, and again, it's also with an evolution-based timeline, like that you could skip that part. It's only a little bit of it in the beginning. It goes all the way up to this one. It goes up to right before 2000s, I believe, but the newer one does go up to 2000s, and it's divided up by ancients, medieval times, current world. There's French Revolution, Age of Ideas. So much information, and the illustrations. It's just a really great book to have, and with it being internet linked, you can get more information by going on to the websites. Now moving on to a few of my daughter's favorites. This is illustrated Grimm's Fairy Tales. We have a lot of illustrated books. It just happens to be our favorite one. It is a soft, hard cover. It has a ribbon of several different stories in it from the Grimm's brothers. And we just read this right before bedtime or nap time, and she a lot of times falls asleep. She also loved a lot of the That's Not My series, and there's nearly 40 of these in this series. And on every page you'll have the little mouse that says That's Not My, and all the other little animals and everything, so the kids could look for that. Like, this is not my bunny, its tail is too woolly. I'm going to turn the page. The eyes are too shiny. Goes to, this is my bunny. Not because of the nose. And this is my bunny. The ears are just so soft. A great way to introduce vocabulary to your kids and texture. Now, this is another favorite of my daughter. She loves the rhyming in it. Very short sentences. Great illustrations. Now, you may have saw earlier tonight about the second book. Here is the first one, I'm Not a Hungry Dinosaur. My daughter, this is the second one. We do have the first one as well, and my daughter just loves this book and the second one. The little dinosaur is just so cute. And then I Love You Animally is another favorite. It goes through a bunch of different animals. I love you animally, different little ways of saying I love you. Makes for a great bedtime story as well. Now we have a few of our activity books that we like in our family. This is another favorite of my daughter's. She loves the Wipe Clean books. We have a few of them. You can see there's a few that she didn't get cleaned off. They do wipe off just really easily. If they've been there for a while, you just get a little wet washcloth and wipe it clean and dry it off. If you wipe them off right away, they're extremely easy. Here's one that I got from my son for Christmas, and it is Write and Draw Your Comics. He's wanting to read some comics to get him some ideas before he starts. And it just gives you a lot of great ideas on writing your own comic, and just a very awesome book to get that creative writing going. And we love the coloring and things to find and color. This is our second book that we have that hasn't been touched, but the other one we've used. There's just all kinds of cool things to find and color. And then here is a favorite of my daughter's, is the Busy Bug book. And what that is, let me pull the bug out. On each page there are little tracks. And it's just like a little pullback car. And she just goes along the tracks. Give it a little bit more pull when you have both of your hands. Great entertainment. And we have so many beginner books that I'm not going to show you them all, but these are great for learning inside of them. The illustrations and the wordings are just great. And back of all the books, there's an index and a glossary along with internet links as well. Great if you're doing like a little unit study or learning. Now, a few of our chapter books I have is, I just finished this one, very great. I couldn't put it down. A lot of interesting things of going. I mean, you just don't want to put it down at the end of each chapter. It's grabbing you and you want to keep going. Then my son just finished this one, and he's got the second one on its way. It's part of the Extreme Adventures. It's about a boy named Sam, and he is always going on these adventures. It's action-packed as well for a younger crowd. And here is another action-packed series, The Animal Investigators. It is about two kids who have special gifts that is being under the care of a professor, and they're always going on these investigations. My son is on his second book, and he absolutely loves this and is always wanting to read more. I hope you enjoyed a few of our favorites. I know this was a little bit of a longer video, and if you have any more questions, feel free to ask.